How brutal was the Great Northern War in Scandinavia? Imagine a conflict that stretched over 20 years, tearing through the heart of Scandinavia with fierce battles, harsh winters, and widespread suffering. That was the Great Northern War. It was a time when armies fought not just for land but for survival, and civilians paid a heavy price. The war pitted Sweden, once the dominant power in the region, against a coalition led by Russia, along with Denmark, Norway, and Saxony, Poland. The fighting was intense and often brutal. Soldiers faced freezing temperatures that made every campaign a test of endurance. Winters in Scandinavia can be deadly, and during this war, armies fought through snow and ice, often suffering frostbite and starvation. Both sides used scorched earth tactics, destroying crops and villages to weaken their enemies. This left many civilians starving and homeless. Swedish troops, known for their skill in battle, suffered heavy losses. Battles like Narva showed Swedish tactical brilliance, but later defeats drained their strength. The war was marked by harsh reprisals, including executions of prisoners, which reflected the cruelty of the fighting. Russian forces, under Peter the Great, used ruthless strategies too. They launched devastating raids with Cossack cavalry into Swedish territories, causing destruction and chaos. These raids slowed Swedish advances and added to the overall brutality. Civilians were caught in the middle. They faced famine, disease, and displacement as armies marched across their lands. The long duration of the war meant many communities endured years of hardship. The conflict ended with Sweden losing its status as a great power and reshaping the political map of Scandinavia and Northern Europe. The human toll was staggering, with tens of thousands of soldiers and civilians dying, and entire towns destroyed. In the end, the Great Northern War was a fierce and unforgiving chapter in Scandinavian history. It was a war of battles, cold winters, scorched earth, and suffering that left scars on the region for generations.